Because they almost always say that they require a bachelor's degree in computer science.
Right.
They do, and
right.
it's not necessary. Especially we got all those different versions like IT and and so forth. And they say specifically computer science, but if you apply for the job, you never know.
Right. Somebody asked a question: as a marketing and development professional, what pathway in cybersecurity best leverages these skills for job placement? Sales. Sales, because even in sales, you need to understand cybersecurity, because you got to understand the product you're selling people and how it's going to apply to their particular infrastructure. So you need, again, if you're trying to sell a firewall or some type of application or whatever you're trying to, you got to know how it's going to fit in their network.
And another question, how can I leverage my knowledge of another language to further my career in cybersecurity? And I'm assuming another language, like a foreign language, not computer programming language. I'm assuming that.
Right.
Jasmine,
So
is
if
that true? Jasmine, it was your question.
Yes, ma'am. Linguistic.
Okay, so you're saying of another language, a foreign language. Okay, not a computer language.
What's the language?
Mandarin Chinese.
You need to be applying to the U.S. military. If I were you, I'll apply to the CIA. I'll apply to the National Security Agency, the Defense Information Agency, because we cannot find enough people with that dialect. You need to be applying like today.
You may be the only one that has that particular skill. You never know.
And plus you're a minority, so.
Two minorities,
right.
Female.
Thank you.
Okay, Mashar, you have something, and then we're gonna have to bring it to a close. Mashar?
Yeah, I guess to expand on that, the Chinese idea. What's your opinion on Chinese state-owned apps being allowed on American devices? Are they a security risk? Like, say if I install TikTok, do you think we're joining a botnet? Being that it's Chinese state-owned, I guess?
So I have to be careful here, and the reason I'm thinking about it is because China was one of my target countries, so I got to find a way to say this. China does things very differently than the way we do in the United States. For instance, all the data leaving their country, they see. They have access to it. They see, they allow it. So to me, if you understand that practice within itself, even the US corporations that are operating in China, China sees their data, because data only leaves China in 3 locations. So this is why I ask people all the time, why do you use TikTok? China sees all the data leaving this country. So do you think that China's not going to see your data?